I don't know. Doing things. We tried a game. Do I? I don't think it shows. Let's see.
Are you looking for something?
I just wanted to search the web. I don't know how to do all this stuff.
Well, first, do you want to be screen sharing while you're searching?
I don't know now.
Or did you want to find something first and then start screen sharing?
I don't know.
Oh, now the notification pops up. Because that's part of the delay. But the stream was already shown on YouTube. And then they got the notification.
Okay, so it's just me trying to figure things out. Don't know.
Was there something in particular you would heard about today?
I really don't know anymore. I did it. I usually was looking stuff up all the time, but I relied on somebody else, and now I don't know because I don't look up the stuff anymore because
I'm busy.
it's not your fault. Just I have to keep doing things, figuring this all out on myself. All right, world, we'll figure this out. How do we do this? I'm going to start a game and play that. I'm going to try to entertain and then try to search things up when I can. It'll be a lot slower because I only have two hands. I'm not Machamp, even though I wish I was. It would be cool, though.
What else you suggested if I could read that EU thing if you want to?
Well, that's entirely up to you. If you want to help, that's your choice. What is this? You look really cool. Why is it so expensive? I think it's funny it says tea time. I don't understand the Research 1 module tier tank. I already did that stuff. I'm doing so I don't have it anymore. So why are you asking me to do something I've already done? No, I don't know. Technology doesn't explain itself like it's supposed to. It says Research 1 module for a tier tank 2. Okay, well, I did that already. I found all my tier 2s, and guess what? All their modules have been researched, and the ones that I didn't have research on, that I did do research on, guess what? It was too late. And I did them, and they still didn't pop up for that. So you're not working like you're supposed to. And I was a beta tester for this, and the game is still failing me.
Oh dear.
Just like other things in life.
Somebody sent this to Saber Spark.
Oh, that's hilarious. I've actually seen that one. I actually own part 2.
I guess he's never heard of it because he seemed surprised that somebody sent it to him.
I didn't like part 2. It was kind of weird, like weirder than part 1. And that one was funny, but that was it. That's all I can say is that. So I am still confused. Give me a tier 2. That's a tier. Why did you bring me a 3 when I said 2? Let me look at it. Okay. It's an interesting little tank. Where is the research? It's already done. So that was useless. I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay. Not tier ones. Can I make a tier 1 into a tier 2? Or are they already all done? You're just not helping, you stupid game. I don't get it. So, still searching, still figuring this out. Still doesn't make any sense.
So something's not where it's supposed to be?
It keeps telling me research 1 tank tier module 2. I keep looking for tier 1s and tier 2s. And nothing. Just, I click on these tier 2s. Okay. Now, do I need a different tank? Do I have a tank? What is the tank that I'm looking for? What do I need? I don't get it.
What are the modules?
That's part of the parts, upgrades. That's this stuff, but they're already upgraded. Because they're already upgraded, I can't do nothing.
Well, it says
How
to
many?
research a module. What step is researching?
That's what you have to do when you click on the upgrades.
Hmm.
And when you click on it, it doesn't let you do anything. It doesn't let you actually research like it says to research. So I'm calling bullshit on stupidity, just like life. It's all fucking bullshit. All of it. Just a bunch of useless shit. Not helping.
Sounds like it's just some
Not
step
helping.
you're missing and it's not doing a good job of indicating it to you.
Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know. Yes, asshole. I've been trying to do that. You keep fucking reminding me every 5 seconds. Yes. You click on that. Yes. What does it do? What does it do?
Well, that says recruit missions, not research modules.
This says research 1 module for tank tier 2.
So, well, no, that's just telling you what you're supposed to do. That's not the thing you click on to do the thing. That's just telling you what the thing is you're supposed to do.
It's telling me I have to do it. That was... What the fuck?
Huh? Yeah, the stream is right there, where it says Chaos.
Okay, and this one's there. And then it just popped up for some weird reason.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. StreamYard's the first one.
Then what am I...
That's just the Streamlabs, so we could see if any Streamlab donations come in.
Okay, well, that's useless to me because I don't believe in that stuff. It's not going to happen anyways. Not unless you actually go and sit down and do it.
No. We have the Streamlabs. People can donate to the Streamlabs.
Yes, and they're not going to if no one talks. No one does anything. You don't just sit and have your hand out and hope. That's why I don't like panhandlers. Don't like panhandlers because of that. Okay, so what's this one? I'm trying to get to there. But I'm trying to do this research thing and I don't understand. Where the fuck's my button? This stuff's not helping. I don't get it. Do I need to turn it off, turn it on? User ID, email, controllers, Makers, markers, hood, rangefinder, show the distance of the target when the is on it. Yes. Yes. Show me the fucking target. So I can know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. Same center mode. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this chat today. Me saying I don't know a lot. My morale was destroyed earlier. I'm trying to bring it back. It's not easy.
You have to earn enough XP to research the module first, and you need to earn enough credits to buy and mount the module.
I have a lot of credits.
Follow the line to the next tank, systematically unlocking each component.
I have a bunch of money. I can turn it into.
Figure out what this is that you're stuck on.
Whoa, it's backwards. It's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the opposite. Right. Exchange 1 gold for 4 credits. Why don't you have it the opposite?
To research a new tank, all the modules and combat vehicles before it in the tech tree must be researched.
And how do you do that?
Go. Alright, here it is. How to. Select the tank in your garage, from which you'll move further down the development branch. Tap the upgrades button.
You really need that much to gain level? I don't get it. Convert to free XP. No. Free XP. How do you get free XP? Exchange rate 25 this equals 1 gold equals 25 star. So I don't get it. Why does it keep saying the balance to 59? Convert.
Yeah, because that's coin. You spend coin to get the free XP.
But how much coin am I spending? Am I spending 59 or am I spending 1,001?
No, 59 is what you have left. Your balance is what you have. What's in the used gold is what you're using.
I'm not using that. It's automatically trying to put that. That's kind of fucked up. It's just trying to take all my, because I have it right here. No. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, technology. I don't trust you whatsoever. You can fucking die. I like heavy.
So yeah.
Let's talk to heavy.
Were you still trying to figure out this research thing?
How do I do that?
Well, it says right here, how to research vehicles. Select the tank in your garage, from which you'll move further down the development branch. Tap the upgrades button with the tank icon.
I've already done that, and those were already purchased like I said they were.
The vehicle research window will open. You will see the next tier tanks available for research and the modules you need to unlock in order to do so. Select the module that leads to the vehicle you want and tap research. So it's showing the screenshots. Brighter. I hate when it scrolls. I'm just trying to run down and drop. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, where is this research? Why is it? No, where is the the place for the research button. Where's the?
Select the tank from your garage.
Okay.
The vehicle research window will open. You will see the next tier tanks available for research and the modules you need to unlock in order to do so. Select the module that leads to the vehicle you want and tap research. So it looks like you don't have enough gold.
No, I got. This is a tier 5 tank, honey. I just produced. It just got finished. Now here's a tier 6 tank. That's tier 7.
Okay.
I can just keep upgrading my tanks if I want to, and just keep going.
Okay. So what was the one you were trying to do though?
It says a tier 2. What am I claiming? Something. I don't get it. What am I doing? Break crypt codes, win battles, open code breaker kits, complete secret missions. Oh, I don't have anything except for
Code breakers kit, because that's 250 gold.
what do I need a code breakers kit for?
It's just a thing that gives you secret missions, it looks like. Open code breakers kit, which is that, and complete secret missions.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Click on this. I'll claim that. Credit booster. Okay, that's all I do. Chapter 1, break the code, learn secret missions from the V and X tanks.
Tier 5 to 10 tanks.
Okay. Good job. Thank you.
Cool.
Now what am I doing? More keys you get.
Okay.
I've already went through all this stuff. Why are you redoing it all again? Just because I haven't played in a couple months. You've had an update. Doesn't mean I didn't go through. Why?
That's funny. Alright, so I guess you already figured out how to do the research things then. Because it looks like it moved you on to the next stage of things.
Where am I on the leaderboard? Oh wow, I'm 25th somehow. I'm actually a pretty good battler. Okay, so it's not here anymore.
Cool, so you get to continue on.
Why was it like that for so fucking long? That's so annoying. What is this? Hang on. If I'm going to be driving with my new tank. Play in training rooms. Here you can hone your combat skills. Fuck you. I'm better than you. Let's go to camo. Hey, where'd that cool camo I had? It's gone. This will work. It's kind of crazy. Just gonna install it to all of it. You're just gonna be. I can hear myself.
Yeah, I remember what that noise was.
It was me yelling at myself from the past to yell at myself in the future to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna purchase that. Provisions. You got any special ammo I can give? Get my explosive. Why don't you give me more than that? Oh, you're only allowed 72, so it's mainly that and only any of those. Thanks for telling me, Dick Monkey. Now I gotta figure out, do I want combat power, vitality, or specialization? Defense system is more preferred. Okay, I can just click on which ones I prefer. That one's for that. This one's for this. What do we got for this? Improve optics, increase view range, camouflage, net, increase tanks concealment at distance, long range more effective. That one's pretty good. This one's view range. I will go with the camouflage to make it harder for them to see me. And now, oh yeah, this is just actual customizations of the tank for now. Gun laying drive. Aiming time after a tank has moved. Here we go. I want that one. Armor or tank HP at survivability in battle, plus 6% to tank HP. Or strengthen tank's armor plus 4% to hull and turret. Go to armor. Allow for faster responses to enemy actions. Or allow a strategic position to be taken more quickly, reaching top speed. So I can increase my speed ratio or hull turn rate. This one has a hull turn rate anyways. This is actually better off because it gives me both. Okay, aiming time or increase the chance of hitting the enemy. I prefer the chance of hitting the enemy. I'm shooting when the tank is moving. 50% next to tank. I don't know. They're both pretty good. Go with that one. I heard a glitch and he laughed. Allow the suppression in standard condition to withstand more hits. Automatically repair suspension from broken conditions. Or repair speed. 30% module repair speed. We'll go with the tracks. I want the tracks to be tougher. Allows consumables to be used more often, or allows bonuses from consumables at least 30% duration. So I can make them last longer or fast. I can eat more of them. I think I'll make it last longer. So now this tank actually has been upgraded. That's one of the problems I was having with it. I didn't understand. So a lot of my tanks don't have the upgrades like they should. The dryer's still going. All right, just playing the game. Okay. I could get more if I want, but I don't want to. Now let's see what I got. What do you mean booster? Boost this. Increase the amount of free XP. Yes. need more XP. Which one's better? This one's just 500%. I don't think I'll prefer the 500%. What's the difference between this one and this one? Damn it, I keep fucking up. Combat booster. That's what it is. Okay, so now I have them all installed, kind of. Cool. What is this? Encounter any tank, supremacy. Alright, dick monkeys. I'm gonna try to play this game and kill things. I'm called heavy, which works. But if you want, Luna, you can look up the thing you said you wanted to read or whatever if you want. While I'm killing stuff. Okay. Alright. So my boost is the A button. I'm trying to get to a spot, don't you know? I got this tank in the middle of winter with these big yellow lines on it. I think I'll be easily seen.
That's it. And that the most camouflaging for military.
No. Princess not here. Alright, fucker.
It's not funny anymore. Far-right extremists' use of humor. The illustrious information. It's really starting to annoy me.
What's starting to annoy you?
When I try to go for the drop down and it ends up scrolling all the way back up, it does it every time, and it's really starting to piss me off.
Yeah, I would understand that. That would make me irritated. Come on, dickhead. I'm right here. Ah ha ha, I broke your observant device. Now you can't see. I'm a dick.
Alright. Humor has become a central weapon of extremist movements to subvert open societies and to lower the threshold towards violence, especially within the context of a recent wave of far-right terrorist attacks. We witness playful ways in communicating racist ideology.
Wait, what?
And this is just the abstract. As far-right extremists strategically merge with online culture, their approach changes fundamentally. This trend has been especially facilitated by the so-called alt-right and has spread globally. This predominantly online movement set new standards to rebrand extremist positions in an ironic balance, blurring the lines between mischief and potentially radicalizing messaging. The result is a nihilistic form of humor that is directed against ethnic and sexual minorities and doomed to inspire violent fantasies and eventually action. This paper scrutinizes how humor functions as a potential factor in terms of influencing far-right extremist violence. In doing so, we trace the strategic dissemination of far-right narratives and discuss how extremists conceal their misanthropic messages in order to deny ill intention or purposeful harm. These recent developments pose major challenges for practitioners. As a new generation of violent extremists emerges from digital subcultures without a clear organizational center, prevention strategies need to refocus and cope with the intangible nature of online cultures. And that's the abstract.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's
So-
just telling you what the paper's about.
That's just telling it. That was all.
Huh?
That was just telling the paper. It wasn't even the actual.
That was just the abstract, which is the overall idea of what the paper is about.
I have so much armor. These guys haven't hurt me yet, and they're kind of getting pissed off.
And that is why you are the anti-tank.
I'm the heavy one. I even chose a heavy tank. Like, oh, it ricocheted.
That's funny. You can do that now.
There's one left. I have more health than you, dickhead. A lot more health than you. Come on. I have so much armor. You're not doing anything.
Oh.
Thank you. I win.
Yeah. So basically, they're saying it's just a joke, isn't an excuse.
Oh. Okay. So, we'll remember that when you guys are saying your racist, hypocritical stuff. Can we bring up all their tweets of things they've said, you know, and use it all against them?
So here's the actual introduction.
All right.
Humor in the context of preventing and countering violent extremism, which they've abbreviated as P/CVE.
P/what?
CVE. Preventing and countering violent extremism. They gave it some weird acronym. I don't know why.
That is strange.
But whenever they say P/CVE, that's just their shorthand for saying preventing and countering violent extremism. So, humor in the context of preventing and countering violent extremism has largely been discussed as a means to combat extremist ideologies. Various counter-narrative campaigns have deployed humor to question the authority of extremist groups and ridicule their ambitions. Even though it is difficult to measure the effectiveness of such campaigns, research has shown that such endeavors are appropriate to spin democratic alternatives for effective use. Thus, the potential of humor as a means of persuasion and disengagement is acknowledged by a variety of actors. Yet, much less attention has been paid to how humor is utilized by extremist groups and subcultures as a means of recruitment. Addressing this gap in preventing and countering violent extremism research and practice has become an urgent issue, especially in light of the digitally mediated wave of far-right terrorism that has struck Christchurch, El Paso, and Hale, amongst others. Oh my goodness.
Tank time.
Where was I? Alright. The perpetrators of these attacks do not have a criminal record and were neither members of extremist organizations, nor did they have any links to local scenes. Rather, they emerged from digital subcultures which share, besides their receptiveness to extremist ideas, a cynical style of humor intended to numb and desensitize its consumers to the use of violence. In their manifestos, the terrorists consequently adopt expressions from meme cultures and online milieus. In particular, interspace forums such as 4chan and 8kun develop as places where extremist messages with humorous and ironic underpinnings spread into the mainstream, thereby making it increasingly difficult to distinguish between organized action and individual acts of provocation. Users of these forums rebrand far-right extremist ideologies and make them attractive for new target groups that are not on the radar of practitioners and law enforcement.
Wait. So they're just trying to like manipulate shit?
They're trying to claim that humor is one of the main things that's helping the far right recruit, particularly through the use of memes and 4chan culture.
Okay, so is it perfectly fine for the far left to commute though?
It's like the far left is on 4chan and Reddit and all these same sites, exactly. And the thing is, the Christchurch dude was an accelerationist.
Yeah, he even like said it in his like manifesto or whatever.
Like the dude said on camera, subscribe to PewDiePie. It was all about the meme.
Yeah, some of this stuff just doesn't make any sense. It's they're trying to blame anybody for certain things and use them as an example or as they're the bad guy. And when this is happening and everything, they always try that, but with them, oh yeah, that wasn't our group. That wasn't us. That was somebody else. That was another group. That was never us, though. It never could be us.
Thinking of far-right extremism, we might associate this with backward-looking, stiff and formal zealots who act on the fringes of the political spectrum. Yet the skinhead image has long been overcome, and in fact, also more recent phenomena like the identitarians have lost traction throughout Europe.
Fuck.
As far-right extremists strategically merge with online cultures, their approach changes drastically. In fact, they have learned the lesson that if, in our digitalized societies, a movement wants to be successful, it needs to be entertaining and participatory. In fact, a shared sense of humor has become an effective tool in terms of immersing individuals into extremist ideologies and, as a consequence, contributed to some of the worst acts of violence in the 21st century.
Oh, wow.
Analyzing the strategic use of humor might thus provide some clues regarding what makes far-right extremist ideas attractive to a generation of digital natives and how digital cultures have become a potential factor in terms of evoking and influencing racist mass violence. So how can we make sense of the connection between humor-driven subcultures and extremist violence?
That's the thing. They shouldn't have to fucking try to.
That's what they're doing. They're making a connection between off-color jokes, racist and bigoted jokes, and actual racist and bigoted violence.
I got something. Let's do the same to them. And anybody that's on the far left or anything, we can automatically just point them as bigots and fucking racists. Oh, wait, we do that? Oh, okay. Make sure, you know.
In this research paper, we aim to shed some light on the underlying processes that might help us understand recent developments in far-right extremism, and to reflect on how countermeasures need to adapt to combat extremism in the digital age. We begin with a brief primer on the relationship between humor and far-right extremism, followed by a description of the recent conflation of online cultures and far-right extremism. We then outline the far-right online ecosystem, highlighting the spread and varieties of humor across different platforms, as well as the potential for violent radicalization. We conclude by focusing on the problems in tackling online hate cultures and providing some recommendations to help support practitioners working in this area.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the introduction.
Why are these introductions so right? So they just keep trying to make it so anything that involves the right or center is racist because of their ideologies.
Well, they just keep making, I don't know why they got such a problem with edgy jokes. They somehow think just jokes is a direct pipeline.
Because they think words hurt you.
Ideology.
Words don't hurt you. Sticks and stones, motherfucker.
And by reacting the way they are, that's just egging the trolls on to just do it more because they're getting a rise out of you.
Yep.
Don't feed the trolls. This whole paper is just feeding the trolls.
Feed the troll. Feed the troll. That's sad, but true.
Humor and far-right extremism, a primer. While it is a truism that extremist movements are only successful if they speak the language of the masses, researchers and practitioners have been repeatedly overwhelmed by the new guises that extremist communication has adopted in the digital era. The playful and ironic rearticulation of white supremacism and ethno-nationalism has largely been understood as an innovative strategy to appeal to broader audiences. This is certainly true as we see that the rigid structures and fanatic appearance that once marked far-right extremist groups have gradually faded away. In contrast, such structures have been substituted by a strange mixture of infantile mischief, communicative ambivalence, and a strong dose of nihilism that promote extremist ideas. Yet, looking back into the history of the far right and other forms of extremism, we can conceive varieties of humor as a steady companion of hate-based mobilization.
It's a hate-based mobilization. Okay, so now they're literally turning words into weapons in that kind of manner.
Again, they're conflating bored, disaffected young men with too much free time on their hands who tend to like edgy humor with actual extremists.
Fuck, I shot in the back.
It's not just extremists on 4chan and forums. It's literally everybody.
Yeah, and people are just going to troll you just because they get a rise out of it. If you guys didn't understand the whole 4chan, it's okay to be white thing, that was literally a fucking joke. Mm-hmm. That was to see if the media were literally sheeps and they would follow and go, bah. Guess what they did? They bowed. They bowed as little hypocritical dumbass sheep. While they're doing that, while they're stressing me out, I'm going to smoke this bowl.
Oh, so the sentence actually continued.
Oh, yeah, well, what's
extremism, we can conceive varieties of humor as a steady, neat companion of hate-based mobilization. Civil rights activist Saul Alinsky wrote back in 1971 in his renowned book, Rules for Radicals. They're fucking referencing Rules for Radicals.
Yeah, that's kind of worrisome.
Why are you referencing Rules for Radicals? It's not objective. All of the references in this paper should be objective, and they're not. Which is why this paper exists in the first place.
It's a joke, guys. Get it as a joke. Can't you laugh at your enemies?
You know, guys, I'd say 8 or 9 times out of 10 when somebody says it's just a joke, it really is just a joke, guys.
It is. But they want to indulge into it so they can feel like they're the hero of something. Didn't you know that I revealed someone as a racist? Dun, dun, dun! But actually, what really happened was...
Yeah, there are a lot worse character flaws a person can have than racism, to be honest.
Yeah, pedophile. A rapist. A murderer.
Much rather deal with a racist than a rapist, a murderer, or a pedophile.
Yeah, or a person that wants to skin skin you and eat you.
Much rather deal with a racist than that.
Right?
Because here's the funny thing, guys. Just because someone's a racist doesn't mean they also want genocide. Some racists just want all the races to live separately. They don't care if the other races exist. They just want them to live separately. That's also stupid. But, not all racists are even just crazy evil people. Some of them are just people with stupid ideas who think that the races can't coexist.
Aye. What about this, and this? Aye. Increase the amount of coolant XP as well. Interesting. But now it's increased. Is there a cat fight going on?
There's a cat fight starting.
Pussy
Karma
fight.
Came right
Pussy
over
fight.
and got on Jinxie's back and pushed her down the ground. Started with her. I will lick you. And then Jinxie's gonna kick your butt, Karma.
One day we'll videotape the cats fighting.
Oh boy.
And then you guys can start betting on who will win in a live cat fight. Which cat will win? The brothers, Jinx or Kama? Oh, here comes Kama starting the fight. Here comes Jinx, bitch slapping the fuck out of Kama. Literally, we can make it like a whole show and everything.
You're silly. Problem is, you never know when they're gonna fight.
They fight at least a couple times a day. Just got to catch the time.
Right.
Or position a camera where you know they fight a lot. It's usually down this hallway. So, I have a tank. So you're wrong. No, I don't know. You totally just heard that cat. Nope, I can't hit that guy from here. If I can just keep the front of my tank as the front, I won't get hit. Yeah, damage blocked, motherfucker. I'm a heavy as well. But my heavy is maxed out. Yours isn't.
In it. Surprise karma.
Right? I shot that motherfucker all the way through that crack. He is not happy that I'm locked on. Fuck, I missed. And I missed again. What do you mean you missed? I missed. Where is it at? He is. Oh, the fuck way over here.
Yeah, it's
It's cached. Okay. Now that the bong is cached, we're gonna get ripped rain on that ass. Turn our tanks over. Fire at some motherfucker. What's up, homie? My tank has more armor than yours. Ah, shit. Piercing didn't armor. Fire, damn it. Did we win? We did. Holy shit balls, yes indeed. Yes indeed. You and me will smoke the weed. Smoke the weed. Doesn't matter if you're angry or depressed. Smoking weed will get the shit off your chest. Do, do, do. Sorry, I just made a new song. Who's gonna pay me? Literally, I could just make jingles all day. I can win this. Thanks, Stick Monkey. Give me a second. I want to claim shit. Thanks. I'm ready. But, yes, Googly Bob and such. You know, the weird shit.
How much of this did you want to get through?
I'm going to get a little bit done because we have skipped too much. If you want to play something on the TV, it won't pick up.
No, I was talking about this. How much of this did you want to get through? Because
Well,
this is like 14 pages.
If you want to keep reading and just showing the hypocrisy and bullshit, that's up to you. You're a better reader than I. Such I'm good with my hands. I'm good with skills. Reading, writing, spelling are not my forte, but I'm really good at stories. Thank you, forte. See, words, not my friend.
There's a little insert that says terminology. The terminology used in this paper follows the definition provided in the 2019 Rand Fact book on Far-Right Extremism, A Practical Introduction. Far-right extremism is understood as an umbrella concept which comprises both the radical and the extreme right. Far-right extremism encompasses a range of different ideologies which may include elements of cultural, ethnic, and or racial nationalism. Individuals, movements, and groups within the far-right extremist spectrum also differ in terms of how they are willing to take their activism, i.e., whether they are prepared to use violence or not.
Right.
There are also inconsistencies regarding the concept of the authoritarian state. Some individuals, movements, and groups may be in favor of overturning democracy completely, whilst others may support retaining democracy and championing a more heavy-handed state with harsher punishments for crimes.
Let's fuck this tech up.
So
If I die, it's fine, but you're dying first. And I shot the tank right in the butt. Now it's my dirty suck to do it.
Advice has been key to winning the hearts and minds of people, especially by progressive movements, as through humor much is accepted that would have been rejected if presented seriously. So, a person falls into extremism because of a joke. If you tell them what the joke is about in plain language, they'll reject the concept like a person should. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
An idea doesn't change because of the way you present it. The idea is still the idea.
Well, that's the thing. They don't want you to have the ideas.
It's okay to laugh at an off-color joke. It doesn't make you a bigot. I laugh at Jew jokes all the time.
We have friends that of all different races that laugh at their own ethnicity jokes. Hell, they say dirtier and darker jokes than we ever could make up because they know their homie is just that bad. And I've lived in those kind of worlds anyways. And you can make fun of yourself 10 times worse than anybody can make fun of you. Trust me, I'm very good at, making fun of myself.
In recent years, Alinsky's book experienced an unexpected renaissance in far-right circles. Their activists learned the lesson that laughter is eminently important to strengthen a collective identity and to better communicate their own positions to outsiders. By reformulating prejudices and disguising them in witty language, the interplay of hatred and amusement regarding the misery of supposedly inferior groups runs like a golden thread through the history of far-right movements. From the Ku Klux Klan to the Nazis, from Pegida to the Identitarians, the mocking denigration of other groups has been a symbol of self-assurance, emphasizing the notion of supremacy. Everybody mocks and makes jokes about their enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Left, right, and center.
Yeah,
This isn't unique to the far right.
No, it's not.
Making a mockery of your enemy is not unique to the far right.
It's just we're just there's people at the far right that are just better at it than the left. But there's people in the middle that are just as good. You want to know why? They believe in freedom of speech, meaning they can use the whole category. Just because you know big words doesn't mean that your big words are funny, or how to present them or react or say things accordingly. Trust me, I know how it is to be a jokester. I could all day, and I'm still having fapped.
Recent generations of far-right extremists have chosen transgressive humor and supposed satire as central weapons in the fight against liberal democracy and its, quote, political correctness, which is depicted as prudish and patronizing. That's because political correctness is prudish and patronizing.
Because they don't want to tell you the truth. No, they don't. No, they can't. No, they don't want to tell you the truth.
Praising a politically incorrect attitude.
Yeah.
Humor has been weaponized as a form of resistance against the political culture that is supposedly curtailing free speech. It is curtailing free speech.
Free speech is a thing, yo.
Especially culturally sensitive language has been taunted with vulgar expressions that affect widespread resentment with humorous elements. Hence, derogatory statements are given a humorous guise to make them more compatible with the political mainstream. At the same time, it shifted the limit of tolerance further to the right. This dog whistling paid off, especially in the digital realm, where special literacy is needed to follow certain references. But why does this pay off so well? You just don't get the joke.
No, they don't.
In persuasive terms, humor is especially attractive for extremist groups, given its effect on the following. Emotions. Humor activates repressed emotions, releases inhibitions, and enables an immediate and spontaneous exchange of feelings. Cognition. Humor stimulates and activates decision-making processes and changes in perspective and replaces rigid behavior patterns with more flexible ones. I think we should press F to doubt on that one.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the science behind that one. Communication. Humor reduces interpersonal barriers and increases both identification with one's own group and demarcation from the outside group. You know, you can also make jokes about the things that make us all human and bring people together that way too. Humor's kind of versatile like that.
Fuck, I got shot in the back. That's what happened.
In the case of far-right extremism,
It surrounded
humor
me.
helps to reframe hate-based ideologies, thereby reducing objections towards positions that would otherwise be condemned by the wider public. At the same time, it helps to cover up one's own barbarity and to ignore the consequences of one's own rhetoric and actions.
Interesting.
You're not performing an action when you're telling a joke.
Well, that's the thing. Say they don't understand that when you're making a joke, it's a joke. It's not actual reality. It's like, oh my fucking god. It's the joke doesn't insist that the person saying the joke is actually a racist. It's a joke is for humor, and just because someone laughed at it doesn't mean that they're racist because they laughed at the joke.
Alright, so now on the next section. Far-right extremism and online culture. The relationship between humor and far-right extremism has been reinforced in the digital context, where missing gestures and intonation leave much more space for interpretation to the individual consumer of online content. The internet has been a game changer in terms of organizing, communicating, and mainstreaming. In fact, digital culture, that is the idea that technology and the internet significantly shape the way we interact, there's great significance regarding how extremists reinvented themselves. Clear-cut distinctions between the digital and analog, as well as mischief and bigotry, are increasingly difficult to make. Digital culture is based on the core belief that ways of interaction online differ fundamentally from the offline world. The internet is serious business has become the ironic meme, the meme of which is actually the exact opposite, which is to say that the internet is not serious business at all, and anyone who thinks otherwise should be corrected and ridiculed. But why should PCBE practitioners care about these tools and memes? And what are these memes actually? So they're actually going to try to explain.
They're like indulging in memes like science. Like, all right, cranky kids, we're gonna go into one of these memes and lift it right up and figure out how to fuck this meme
So
works.
there's another insert
It's a joke.
where they're going to explain the Wojak meme, the Doge meme, and Pepe.
Fuck you, love popsicles.
What?
Fuck you, love popsicles.
Can
It's
you
a
imagine
glitch.
one of these being a dildo?
Oh,
Actually, I did just
That
twice
would
now.
be incredibly bloody.
It would be.
Little paper cuts.
you guys are weird.
We are weird.
Cuts.
We're
Be like, I'm into cold stuff.
Hmm.
Wait, you're streaming?
well, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's hilarious. No, I'm down for it.
Welcome to the dumb shit.
I had an accent like cold shit. It was weird.
I fucking hope not.
No, it'd be hilarious, man. So he was saying,
Yeah.
I'll go back to what,
Yeah, we're
Sorry, I'm
actually reading this EU commission about the humor and far right extremism.
Oh,
Because people will go out and become far right extremists just because they saw an edgy Pepe meme.
oh my god, Pepe.
well, yeah.
Pepe turned someone into a Nazi.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, that's how they recruit people, right? You call somebody the N-bomb that much on Call of Duty, then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, let's be Nazis together, bro. Like, that's how that shit works, right?
Right?
Because
No,
that's
it's-
totally how human psychology
Yeah,
works.
exactly. I mean,
Hey.
apparently it does now that everybody's fucking completely butthurt about absolutely everything that goes on in the world.
Right.
I don't like this. Help! I gotta rationalize sometimes. Fuck that.
Alright, so in this insert, we're going to explain memes. Memes are cultural units of meaning that develop and spread virally by copying or combining with other units. Memes have become a central means of online communication and can influence how we see the world and thereby shape our views. Internet memes consist of images, captions, or GIFs. Anyone can create, edit, and share a meme. Lemore Schiffman argues that funny or ironic memes in particular have the power to foster political and social participation.
Oh.
Stupid scroll button again.
But it's okay for you guys to have stuff, but it's not okay for other people to have stuff. So, hypocrite. I just heard hypocrite. Hypocrite.
There we go. Alright. Alright, so, the Wojak. The original iteration of the Wojak meme expressed emotions such as melancholy, regret, or loneliness. It has gradually been adapted and advanced by far-right meme culture to portray liberals with blank expressions. The aim here is to show that normies do not question the information that comes from mainstream press and politics, and they fail by not even using the right meme. They show I forget what this one's called. They're showing this one.
Oh, that's the troll meme.
They're showing this one when they're talking about the Wojak meme.
That's
So they didn't need to show the right picture.
no, that's not. And the Chinese dog one, let's just deal with it with the
Well, yeah,
sunglasses.
that's the Doge.
Yeah, let's just deal with it.
And that's next one. Yes. The Doge meme is one of the most famous internet memes, which has been adapted in various ways to tease a kind of outdated humor and style of individuals and politicians. In far-right circles, it has often been combined with Nazi memorabilia to trivialize violence by the SS and Wehrmacht.
Wait, what? Are they serious?
Then there's Pepe. The Pepe the Frog meme has been appropriated by far-right online activists. It symbolizes a kind of superior nonchalance toward others hoping to normalize hostile attitudes towards minorities and political opponents, as well as a kind of anti-elite arrogance and condescension. It has become the icon of the alt-right.
Huh. No. No, it has not. You are just that insane in the membrane. Got no brain. I'm insane. Like, seriously, like, hawk meat sandwich, like, something. Because you don't make any sense, and you make my brain hurt. And when my brain hurts, it's usually because somebody said something really stupid. And I had to, like, my squirrel had to stop in its tracks, and it, like, made all the gears stop because the hamster died a long time ago.
Internet memes are graphics of visual and textual remixes shared and widely distributed online. They depict everyday situations and often express slapstick, which is difficult to express in words. With a general trend towards visual elements in communication, it is becoming increasingly impossible to ignore memes, especially in political contexts. As with every new technology, the far right has been quick to adapt to the new requirements of seizing the attention of broader audiences and tailor white supremacism to the jargon of online communities. At a time in which memes have become a universal means of communication, far-right groups have recognized its popular potential for politicization. They put a lot of time and energy into meme production, spread their ideology, sometimes more, sometimes less openly, and act according to the motto, if the meme is good, the content cannot be bad. As inane as these pictures may seem, they are important as they offer a low threshold to interact with extremist ideas. All I can say, they're just taking this shit way too seriously. That's all I can say about this whole thing. They're just taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, it's a tad bit insane. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know why. They're taking it like it's actually like real. Like, remember, this is gonna destroy our lives. No, it's a meme. It's something to laugh at, and you guys are attacking people for laughing at things. You're taking away laughter. Why? Why are you trying to take away laughter? Why don't you just go eat a dick? I've been waiting. Go eat a whole case.
So, now in the next section, digital patronage. The creation and sharing of memes as a ritual of an imaginary community can foster a feeling of collective belonging amongst those who participate in rather dispersed online networks. In this way, overtly humorous and harmless everyday images shape political worldviews and opinion forming in the cultural pre-political space, beyond great words and complex political manifestos. With this participatory practice, the role of movements and specific organizations changes fundamentally. As far-right actors are not in a position to control the various streams of hate online, they rather attempt to post radicalized content that spreads through infamous image boards such as 4chan and 8chan and social media. Consequently, it is often hard to tell if the actors involved are organized or not, and if certain far-right actions are collective or individual. As an organizational center seems to be absent, extremist tendencies largely function organically online. Gee, it's almost like a bunch of people just randomly having fun, and they've got similar senses of humor.
Yeah, they're just not allowing it. They're like, you have to obey.
It's like, this group of people is hard to pinpoint because they're not organized. Well, gee, maybe it's not an organization. Maybe it's just a bunch of people with similar senses of humor. Just random people doing their thing.
I never unlocked any of these guys. I literally just sat here this whole time
Sociologist Barack Ganesh refers to this phenomenon as digital hate cultures, namely temporal alliances of online users who employ trolling tactics to challenge meaningful conversation online. Such hate cultures usually act across different platforms, leaving behind a strange mixture of vulgarity, humor, and propaganda. They act like a swarm, seeking out schadenfreude and enjoy seeing other people suffer at the hands of trolls. Because that's what trolls do, cause people to suffer.
Right.
Oh my god, words on the screen. I wish there was bullying I never experienced with words on the
Right.
screen. Then I wouldn't have been bullied. You know what I would do? I'm gonna go outside.
Yep. You know what I had to deal with when I was bullied? I actually had to deal with a whole classroom of kids that all hated me because I was a weird freak punk goth kid. So they all attacked me. They would all jump me. The teacher would leave the room and knowingly know the kids would attack me. And it didn't happen just once or twice. It happened a lot. Shit got insane. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So I know how that goes. And like, these people don't even understand. They think that they're like, oh, I have the best life ever, the best this. They don't understand the concept of what's going on.
Right.
They don't understand real bullying. They don't know what it is to actually have like a kid like hunt you down and chase you and beat the living ever shit out of you. Like, that stuff's not fun to have. It terrifies you.
The fluidity of these hate cultures makes efforts to control them almost futile. You think? Their followers communicate primarily through images and language that normalize violence against minorities, and therefore the mass consumption of these materials contributes to desensitization. Memes normalize violence. They just said memes normalize violence.
How do memes normalize violence? When you have CNN telling people to go out and riot, and when you have senators and people that are running for politicians and shit saying go out and do all these bad things, like, could you explain this to me like very thoroughly without bullshit, which means you probably won't be speaking at all because I call bullshit.
They're equating far-right extremism with counterculture edginess. So this is another problem with the left. They don't realize they've become the establishment now.
Yeah,
yeah.
They think they're the counterculture, but actually they're the mainstream now, and they're actually the ones that are the enemy.
It all shifted over during the Obama years, but because they were the ones in charge, they didn't realize it. All right. Additionally, the anonymous content creators establish an outbidding culture that gradually reduces the step from mere discourse to terror. The most extreme examples of this have been enacted through the attacks in Christchurch, El Paso, and Hill. These are culminating events that have their roots in the very communities that combine extremist ideologies with a cynic dose of humor. The responses to the Christchurch attack within these far-right extremist online communities have been as disturbing as the attack itself. They combine infantile humor, neo-Nazi allusions, and blatant contempt for humanity. For instance, users of the infamous image boards reproduce snapshots from the live-stream video of the attacker, in which the execution of a Muslim man by a close shot to the head could be seen, and remix these brutal images with meme avatars. Those are just the same sick jackasses that have always existed all throughout history.
Sick people exist. Just because they have a certain ideology does not mean that they're the main majority of that said thing. We don't say that all of the crazy, insane far left people are the main majority. There's just the crazy, insane far left. They're just those certain minority that they are just very vocal. And people automatically assume that they're the larger minority when they're not.
There's an insert. Far-right actors have adapted to the ways of thinking and expression in social networks. Politics must be entertaining, break the boredom, and reference elements of popular culture. All sides are doing that. The insults and harsh manners that spread on these boards have become key characteristics of image-based forums, whose users have become a central resource for far-right extremist recruitment. The close interaction of hatred, devaluation, and amusement is therefore no coincidence. Rather, it makes use of a form of abusive humor that has established itself, especially through digital subcultures, and triggers a community-building dynamic. Following this rule of thumb, the often hierarchical structures of extremist groups have been increasingly substituted by so-called swarms. In most cases, it is difficult to determine which kind of online behavior is organized and which is driven by organic bottom-up processes. And yet, this is not a weakness, as the role and aims of organized actors have changed. It is now their specific aim to get individuals to engage with and conform to extremist ideas in the absence of a real-world contact. This works best through jokes, pranks, and parody, thereby adapting to the online environment, which is full of ambiguities, mischief, and edginess. Well, if you don't offer people a place in society, they're going to go to whoever's offering them a place at their table. Hate to break it to you, but most humans really don't do well in solitude. We are apes, and apes are social creatures.
Mm-hmm.
How we survive.
That's the thing. They don't understand.
People need community. If you ostracize them from community, they're going to go to whoever will not ostracize them.
I now got a new tank. Go to tank. Gonna boost this tank.
Yeah, here we go. Would you say that's enough for today?
Alright, yeah, that was
More
enough
later?
for today. I will try to do this stuff as well, and Luna will help me when she can.
So we went through digital hate culture. So when we come back to this, we are on varieties of humor in the far right ecosystem.
Interesting.
This paper is so stupid. Why are you so stupid?
Stimpy, you idiot.
Mhm.
But we'll try to figure this out later out. I'm gonna play some more tank stuff later. You guys have a good night out there, and we'll end the broadcast. I can't even honk today. Honk, honk. Right.